Hey, who is it? Hold up, man. This motherfucker here. Hi, boy. God damn. One sec. Hey, welcome to Fred's house.
This that type of shit you gonna play when you gon' levitate. Off a couple hits, I've been the shit since 2011. I've been on the move, applying pressure, I'm like underlay. Now they try to come around, but honestly, like
Welcome back to another episode of motherfucking Fred's house. And today, we got one half of Popular Lon3r. We got Sexy Troy in the motherfucking house.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
Yeah, man. So today we got Troy from Popular Lon3r. And before we get into this, let me just say real quick, shout out to the sponsors. We got Joe's Hat Company. Make sure you go check them out on joeshatcompany.com, Instagram, Facebook. And if you like what you see, make sure you hit them up and use promo code FRED, F-R-E-D. You get 5% off of a $35 minimum purchase, and you get free shipping and handling. Also, to the next one first. Shout out to them. And shout out to Kickn Up Smoke. These guys are really good at what they do, barbecuing, doing the cook-offs and everything. Make sure you hit them up for their catering services. Really good stuff. They cook amazing meats. And also to the new sponsors, we got Pineapple Ninjaz. We just had them on not too long ago, Mr. Jerry Leon. Make sure you check them out whenever they're at the SPI or where any other sporting events that they're at. Make sure you check them out. They got good stuff. And now to the brass tacks, we got the one and only Sexy motherfucking Troy.
I'm thinking of just keeping that name.
I think you should.
I think I'm just gonna put an LLC on it.
Do it.
And just do it, and then I'll make you co-founder.
I fuck with it.
Let's do it. Let's make it a business move. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
I fucking fuck with it. Hell yeah. It's always good. I don't know. It just feels right whenever I see you and I call you Sexy Troy.
You just raise up my confidence,
It
bro.
Sounds good.
It just makes sense.
And that's all about it, man. And that's kind of the conversation I wanted to have with you on this one. You know, just the positivity and the great right mindset. I heard you say on another interview, shout out to Andrew, Mr. Wave 3 TV.
Wave 3, all red. You guys are dope, bro. You guys are doing your thing, man.
Hell yeah. Talking about the frontal lobe.
Oh yeah. Front lobe development,
there
bro.
You go.
Nah, man. I think it's just a little. I mean, front lobe development is a real thing. I think when you really look it up, it just means that you built an emotional intelligence or you've reached an emotional maturity.
Mm-hmm.
So you're more intelligent with your emotions and your reactions, and you're more strategic with your steps. So, like, I think they said for men, when you hit the age of 25, I think your frontal lobe develops, so you should be more emotionally mature.
Yeah.
But then I see other people, it don't make no sense.
Tell me about it.
Doesn't make no sense. But yeah, man. And then I think I've just kind of just been more like taking a step back and then diving into spirituality and perspectives and all that stuff. Like trying to, I think it's cool to have a third perspective of your life.
100%.
At all times, bro. It's pretty cool.
I know we didn't get too much into it when you were on here a couple weeks ago with your other half, Mr. Freddie.
Freddie Honda.
Shout out to the main man,
bro,
right there.
I was telling him.
Tocayo.
I was telling him before you get into what you were going to get into, I'm sorry. I just got to get this out.
You good?
I was telling him, like, bro, because we had a conversation and we were like, you know what, bro? Like, if this Popular Lon3r thing, like, if God allows, you know, we'll continue it and we'll keep doing what we're going to do. But I do firmly believe that, you know, you have to have your own identity. Yeah. You know, and so Freddie Honda himself, he already has his own, and I'm fucking proud of him, bro.
Oh, like, yeah, definitely.
I'm incredibly proud of him, bro. Yeah, this is like, he decided to take that step against all the odds and actually go against his past and actually reinvent himself right in front of everybody. To other people, they rather go in the shadows and reinvent themselves and come back different. He did it right in front of everybody. He failed right in front of everybody. he made a mess right in front of everybody, but then he cleaned himself up, and now he's on track, you know. And then
a
lot of that has to do, of course, with his support system, his wife, and shout out Jen and everybody,
Yeah,
you know,
big shout
everybody
out.
around him and stuff like that. And then God too, he was a different person before I met him, bro. He was a completely, yeah, I think you know,
I know.
but shout out to homeboy, bro. Yes, that's the other half of PL. But yeah, man, we were just talking, and I was just like, I kind of want to do like my thing, you know. I want to build myself up just like you did, bro. And you know, but my passion is just strictly music and stuff like that. So
no. So, dude, shout out to that, man. Flowers to that, because you got to do it, man. You got to do your thing, and I mean, of course, y'all have y'all's following. You know what I mean? Y'all do y'all's thing, and y'all are great together. Y'all are like PB&J, Corona and Lime. You know what I mean? Like y'all
raps and medicine.
You know.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that, like, you do your thing. I mean, you're your own persona, Sexy Troy, man. Like, people don't know this, but your OnlyFans is like popping. It is, out
bro.
there.
It's a big thing right now. You know, I have to invest a little bit more into it, you know? Quality.
You know, you got to do it. You got to take them pictures right, them videos.
It's just the angles never right. The angles never right.
I can help you with the angles.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna have to have a moment. Yeah,
definitely.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, well, I got the black couch, so you know what I mean. Nah, but I know what I was gonna get into is that we kind of talked about, like, we dabbled into it a little bit about religion, not too much on the previous episode, but I mean, because I know y'all go to church.
Yeah.
And you have your faith, your relationship with God.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I mean, they kind of like, well, why? How do you do that if you do your music? And how do you feel right with yourself? You know what I mean? But it's just like, what does it matter to you? Like, I don't understand how people have this how can I say it, man? Like this idea, or that they can be able to tell you or say anything, but it's just like, I mean, you go to church and you party out, but you go to church. It's kind of the same shit. You know, you're no one to really say so of anything on what you all do, because I mean, you're not out here doing it for the wrong reasons, or you know, spreading the wrong message. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you go to church for yourself. Like, for me, as the person that I am, I don't go to church anymore. I've been to a bunch of churches, and kind of, I don't know if it's because I have this, like, a mindset of just looking at everything, and I'm like, that's why I don't want to come to church. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just a thorn.
Yeah, and I don't know, I just kind of get like bummed out with being at church or whatever. So, but I have a strong relationship with my faith, and there is a higher power. I believe in that, and I mean, I just believe in aliens, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I believe in aliens. I believe in time travel. I believe in all these types of things, bro, that I don't know what is what, but I grew up Catholic, Christian, and I'm so used to, with every day when I take off on the road, get my little cross that my sons gave me, say a little prayer, you know, do my little thing, and I'm good with the day. You know, it's just what I do. I pray for everybody, bro. I pray for my family, for my kids, for my parents, for friends, for everybody, you know what I mean? Just to make sure everyone is good. But people are like, you don't go to church, though. You believe in aliens, this, and that. And I'm like, I don't know, bro. There's dinosaurs. Are they real? Like, what are we talking about, man? Like, leave me alone. Like, let me do my thing. And like, I don't know. So like, what are your thoughts on that? When it comes to you going to church, your faith, your relationship with your faith, and what you believe in, and the fact that you make music.
That's a really good question. So when it comes to church, right? Church, I was told this when I started going to church when I was 14, and then I kind of fell out for a good couple of years, and then I got back into it just recently. I look at church like a hospital. You know, you go when you're broken. You go when you need that medicine, when you need that extra medicine that you can't get physically, you know, and that's by being in a room full of people that believe in the same thing or are there for the same purpose but different reasons. It's an energy, bro. It's an energy that everybody puts out, and I'm a very big firm believer that energy speaks louder than physicality. So it's just more of like when you go in there and when you go into a church where everybody is just feeling it and they're feeling the message, bro. Like it feeds you and it corrects you. It helps you. So it's equivalent to when you go into a hospital everybody is there for a specific purpose. You know, everybody's role has a specific role, even if you are the patient, you know?
Yeah.
So I used to look at church like going to a hospital. So I would go only when I needed it, you know, when I was sick spiritually, and then eventually it ended up becoming a priority, a necessity, not because it's like, oh, if I don't go to church today, I'm gonna have a bad day. Like, that's how, like, a lot of people don't speak about that, bro. But like, I would have conversations with my girl, and I would wake up and be like, I gotta go, and then we wouldn't go, and then something would happen, and it was like,
you put it on that. I didn't go to church today, man. That's why the Cowboys lost.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a little different reason. There's many factors in that, but
there's
not
a lot
like
of factors.
Yeah, bro. I used to look at it like that, but eventually it just became a home to me. It just became where I needed to go. I feel like you're never too wealthy for a good message.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just more of like there's a lot of parts of us that we continue to hide as we go through life. And sometimes, bro, when you go to church and you hear the right message, it just tugs on your heart, and it's just like you didn't know you had that problem, and you didn't know this like was going on until you heard it out on the outside. So that I believe it's at everybody's pace, bro. Churches everywhere. We could literally have a church service right now.
100%.
And that's what Jesus says, bro. Like, and it's not even to be super preachy, because I don't consider myself a Christian. If I were to label myself, I wouldn't be a Christian, because I'm not perfect enough to be a Christian. I don't fit that title because of my personal lifestyle, you know, but I am spiritual. I'm very spiritual. I believe that there is a God. I believe that Jesus Christ was here and he did die for our sins. I do believe how faith works. I do believe spirituality is something just beyond what we can even imagine. Now, even when it comes to the aliens, when it comes to all that stuff, I believe it's all the same thing, bro. I generally do believe that reincarnation also does exist, but I think that's God's way of keeping us on this earth to earn our right into heaven. So it's like, what if in the past life you didn't do right? It's like you did bad. So now you get the chance, and that's God's way of showing his love and grace. Now, I could be completely wrong. That's just a theory I have.
Yeah, no. Which is a great theory. Yeah, but my thing is like, wouldn't it suck if you were to be reincarnated back into someone's fucking like, I don't know, like what do you call it, a hemorrhoid or some shit like that?
There's a reason to everything. What if you were being an ass in the last life? Like, what if you just drew that to yourself? Like, nah, bro. But like, I'm really big on that. Like, I believe that there is other entities outside of us. Like, we're not the only entity. I believe that there's different types of worlds, universes. Like, I have my specific beliefs, but what my morals are.
Yeah.
You know, that those are just theories that I have that I think of that are cool to talk about and cool, interesting. But what my morals and my actual principles is, it stands more on faith and God, and you know, because it's like at the end of the day, he is the higher power. He could literally, if aliens were real, he's allowing them to be real. He's allowing them to exist in their own little thing. And if we collide with each other, he'll handle business. He'll take care of it. You know, so it's just that's where I'm at. But to also go into the rest of the question too, when it does come to making the music that me and Freddie would make, because believe it or not, bro, I have voice messages right here and conversations, countless conversations that me and Freddie have had through our growth in our faith, where we're like, I don't know if I want to do that, bro. Like, we've canceled out on podcasts because it just didn't feel right, because we knew what the direction of the conversation was going to go into. We've canceled out on shows because it just felt like it felt too dark. It felt too dark. Like, we're trying to prioritize ourselves as a rock band, and so we ended up taking the steps and went through the moments of experiencing what it's like to just be a rock band. And a lot of those shows, like, they were very dark, and we didn't like it. So our growth in our faith has also determined our direction of our music, but we still made this type of music. So when we were making like GTFO, which was our biggest rap one, shout out to you guys. Shout out to you too, bro. I remember you were sharing that like a lot.
It's my favorite, bro. I love that one,
bro. When we made GTFO, like, we weren't spiritually in tune the way that we are. You know, Freddie was in a whole different. He didn't really. He was like against God. Like, not trying to put his business, but I know he's said that he was against God. Yeah, I was the one that had my beliefs in God, but I was still. I directed myself through my understanding and through my desires. I didn't surrender myself. So, like, GTFO was a product of actually how we were, like, just always cussing, just the way that we thought, you know, and eventually as time went on, I started learning, like, it's cool and all, man, but like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to perform it no more. That's why we don't really perform it or promote it. It doesn't, that type of music, like cussing and all that stuff. Like in my personal life, I cuss. I'm trying to work on it. But in my music, I believe that music is timeless. I'm trying to make timeless music.
Yeah.
Something that you can play at all times. And if God allows, and it'll end up reaching to where it needs to reach to, and I'll be satisfied because it's at God's pace.
Yeah.
But I at least want to put out a positive.
Yeah.
I want to be universal. I don't want to just be underground,
Okay,
so.
I get you. Yeah, 100%. Another question, just random question here. Would there ever be a Popular Loner, like, religion type of EP?
Like
or,
an EP? I think me and Freddie...
I'm not saying like a full album or something.
Nah, like a project, a little good project. Yeah, I think me and Freddie, we've talked about it. I've dabbled into my personal music because I wanted to see if I could really do it, and I did. I made a few projects on my own, and then I went with Freddie, and I was just like, "What do you think? What if we did something like that?" So yeah, we've been talking about it. It's just our direction of it. We don't want to come out too like I believe if our intentions are right, it'll do well.
Yeah,
but we don't want to come out too watered down.
I got you. Yeah. Because
So.
I just feel like the energy y'all have, the vibe you give off, and the fact that you guys are just great performers.
Thank you, bro.
And like you got the content down, and everything that y'all put out is just like A1.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I honestly think if y'all were to do it, it would smash.
Yeah.
And like it would just do numbers. Like it would do good because I could see it. Like I see y'all perform at the church when y'all are doing worship or whatever, on videos and everything. So I could imagine like just one day, it's like, oh, well, Popular Loner's has a number. Like they're gonna perform. The energy level would be crazy. I don't know how the older folks would feel because it's maybe not their cup of tea.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not huge on the church and things, but I love the worship time. Every time I would go to church, worship was awesome.
Yeah.
But like growing up, Gino V was a Latino rapper who was a Christian rapper who I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got T-Bone and you got Lecrae or all these other people that there's times that I hear rap music and I'm just like, oh, damn, this is fucking fire.
Yeah.
And then it's like, Jesus is my homeboy, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, this is Christian rap music? Like, wait a minute. Like, hold on. And it's just like, let me rewind this so I can hear it with my ears open. Like, let me listen. Because it's, first you're hearing that trap. Yeah. That 808 and everything.
The modern sound.
Yeah. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. And then it's like, and it's like, oh, snap. This guy's going off like on religion shit. Like, holy shit. So I could see it. And I know, oh man, I don't know if it's Lecrae or LaCroix.
It's Lecrae.
Lecrae.
Yeah.
He's done worldly music too, right?
He's mixed it. So I think Lecrae and NF are the perfect examples of Christian artists making modern music.
Yes.
So it's just like, so Lecrae, he does mention God and he is about God. He even has ministries.
Yes.
He does that thing. And his direction of music is very modern sound because he's also a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
So he keeps it modern to keep his finances sustained.
Of course,
and his relevance, but his message is always there. And I think that's where I just a couple days ago had that like epiphany, like that wake up call where it's like, no matter what direction you are trying to take your life in one specific goal, let's say, for example, with your podcast, right? Let's say you take this podcast, you continue this for like 5 more years, right? Mm-hmm. The reality of it, you want success out of it. You want it to be worth it. You want those days and the editing and all that time to be worth it, that investment to be worth it. Well, it's more of like a lot of people think about the investment, the cost, the money being in front of everybody, but what do you got to say?
Yeah.
What's your message?
Yeah.
So it's just more of like, there's legacy over temporary relevance. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm more about legacy. And within a legacy is your message. You have a message to say. You have a message that people are going to be relate to. And bro, that's the best type of branding. That's the easiest type of marketing. If you have a message that you are investing in towards, and you are just using your outside resources just to glorify it and pump it up, bro, your message is already relatable. So if it's relatable, it stays relevant. So that's your best type of marketing, and the whole purpose of marketing and branding is to stay relevant. And make your investment worth it. So with Lecrae knows where his investment is. His investment is into his message, but he's using his tools and his worldly resources to pump it out. And then there's another artist called NF, which I love, bro. I grew up off. I'm not sure.
Yes,
Have you heard him?
I know who NF is. Yeah,
I love him, bro. Like not NFL, NF.
NF,
but
yeah.
He's amazing, bro. But the thing about it is his message is a little bit more darker. It's a little bit more realistic. You know?
Yeah, like been through the fucking
like sad and stuff like that. Yeah, bro. It's more sad. It's more about depression. It's more about what's going on up here, you know, instead of what's going on right here. So
yeah. So talking about that, like things are going on up here, man, and it's funny too because like a couple years ago, bro, I was always on that like macho shit. You know what I mean? Like, nah, stop being a little bitch, man. Like, you know, rub some dirt on it and get the fuck up on. Like, keep going, go about your day. And I hate this movie. I hate this movie, and part 2 is trash. The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, garbage.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that whole Joaquin Phoenix. Personally, I don't like
ass water, bro. Yeah. It's nasty. I don't like it. But I will say the first movie did make me kind of like open my eyes a little bit to mental health.
Yeah,
because that's kind of where I was like, well, at that time I was working in the refineries, bro. All I did was work out and take steroids. That's all I did.
Hey, you're honest.
I'm honest with it, bro.
You're
like
honest.
I've said it in previous podcasts. I was on steroids when I was in the refineries. Like it's what I did. I had fucking money, so I was like, whatever. I'll spend $300 a month. Just give it to me and shoot up. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
And maybe the steroids had a little bit of to do with what I was like going through or feeling at the time, and it was right before COVID, I think, when I was going through all that stuff because I stopped taking steroids because of COVID, because gyms were closed and I ended up moving to Oklahoma, but I was working in Kansas, so there was no gyms, couldn't do nothing.
Yeah,
and but the mentality was going a little bit bonkers already. I was kind of going through it with my kid's mom, and it was just wasn't going too well, and I was just like not knowing how to speak what I felt. Because it was like, nah, no one wants to hear your fucking bullshit. You're a man. Go do man shit. Like, go make the money and work. You know what I mean? And so finally, it was like, I had that breaking point, bro. And I was like crying and like was able to speak how I felt, not giving a fuck what other people thought of me or whatever. And it was just like, holy shit, like, damn, like, this feels good. Like getting it off my chest and being able to say what I said, not giving a fuck what you thought of what I said. Like, I'm letting you know how I feel. Like, because of you, this is why I feel this way. And this is what makes me go crazy. Things like that. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay, Joaquin Phoenix was onto something with that movie. I mean, it's a trash version of Joker.
Yeah.
But the message, I got it. Like, I was kind of like, oh, we go through this shit. And what's crazy is that I remember being young as a little kid, you know, raised to be proper, open doors, be nice, chivalry,
respectful,
yeah, a gentleman. And now it's not that.
Nope.
Don't open the fucking door because I can do things on my own.
Or they don't say thank you.
Dude, I'm like, thank you. Or fucking walk back out and I'll close the fucking door.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, and like, also, I really don't go to the gym anymore because I can't because of work and whatnot. But like, being nice to somebody. Oh, let me help you. Or let me do this. Or, hey, don't fucking help. Don't talk to me. I have a boyfriend or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, get the fuck away. And I don't know what it is, man. I guess maybe because it's, I don't know, man, just to fucking like categorize it like feminist or whatever, but it's just kind of like women are growing up to be very strong-minded, you know what I mean? And it's like they don't need help. But when you see it on content on YouTube or TikTok, it's kind of like, that's why guys don't do that shit no more.
Yeah.
Guys have like resolved to like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it is what it is. I am not going to help you. I'm not going to talk to you.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone. So, but I think now that's where I guess a lot of more men are able to talk their feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's like you got Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B.
Yeah, the masculine energy.
Yeah, and it's like it kind of, we hit a spot in life where it's like we switched if you want to say so. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of the roles kind of switched a little bit. But I'm seeing more like men like not giving a fuck about relationships. It's like I'm gonna do my own thing and just worry about my finances or whatever. But then it's like I'm a boss bitch. And it's like men ain't shit because I make this much. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy, but like it kind of goes into what I'm trying to say is that like speak your mind, mental health. You can't bottle it in, bro, because I've seen guys lose their shit.
Yeah.
And like do stupid shit.
Yeah.
And then they lose their shit.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like everywhere.
No, I caught everything.
You got it? Okay.
I got ADHD, bro. So I was like jumping on every conversation with you.
Bam, got it all.
I could answer everything. Nah, bro. Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. So like I don't know. I'm real big on mental health now.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say. Fucking Joker was stupid, but that kind of I'm always gonna come back to it.
That's the message right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Joaquin Phoenix as Joker was trash.
Hey, Walk the Line though was pretty.
Oh yeah, Walk the Line was good.
Was pretty cool.
And you know what I didn't like either. And he wasn't that skinny. That was CGI.
You think so?
That was CGI.
I was hearing so many stories that he actually went on a whole thing.
On the first one, maybe.
The second one, I don't know.
The second one, dude, I saw like 3 minutes of it, and I was like, turn it off.
I didn't even spend money on that. No,
I didn't either. I saw it on my Fire Stick. I was like, shit, turn it off. I don't want to see it.
Waste of streaming services.
Fucking Lady Gaga. This is so stupid. Worst Harley Quinn ever,
man, bro.
But yeah, dude. So okay, cool. You understood what I was saying. Bro,
I understood everything. I got ADHD. I told you.
There's gonna be people be like, Fred, what the fuck were you talking about,
bro? That is exactly how my daily conversations go with my girl or my best friend or just anybody I'm comfortable with.
Yeah,
so, like I'm with you on that, bro. I think. Well, first and foremost, I have questions for you, but
for it.
First one is I'm proud of you. That's cool, man. That's cool. You got through that. The second question that I had is like, what does it? So steroids, the typical, what is it? The stereotype for steroids is that you're just always angry.
Rage.
So what does it do? Like mentally, how does it? Mentally and hormone wise, how does it mess with you?
So for me, damn, I don't know, bro, because I was just like.
Yeah, for you personally, yeah, my bad.
For me, it was kind of like in the sense of the first shot, man, I felt it. Like maybe it was a placebo effect because I did the first shot and I was like, I can lift the school bus. And
do you get a pump or?
Dude,
so it's a pump.
It was like an insane pump, but because it wasn't just I was on steroids.
Yeah.
Steroids.
Multiple. Yeah.
So there was a cocktail that I had. Like there was like 3 things in one.
Yeah, I feel you.
So the testosterone, it's kind of like it takes its time for you to really feel.
Yeah.
You know, because we produce testosterone.
Yeah, already.
So you add testosterone, it kind of like boosts you up and gives you the energy, boosts your metabolism. So that's why when you see people on testosterone, like older gentlemen, and they're a little bit on the chunky side and they start working out, it's like
yeah,
they fucking slim down really fast.
Yeah.
So with the other stuff that I was taking.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was kind of in the sense of, you seen Limitless with Bradley Cooper?
I don't believe so. No.
No, where he takes a pill and he's like super smart.
Oh well, like that. The concept of that, I understand.
Okay.
That, yeah.
So, in the other stuff made me catch other people's stupidity.
More aware
of their stupidity.
Yeah.
So I kind of wasn't on that no nonsense bullshit. Like, what the fuck did you just tell me?
Yeah.
Like, what did you say?
Yeah.
And it wasn't on like I'm trying to fight people because I'm not a fighter, bro. Like I'm more of like I'm gonna defend me, myself, my family, and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not one to be like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah.
Get the fuck up. Like, let's do something. No.
Yeah.
But I was always on that. What?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah. Always trying to respond back. Last
yeah,
word type
and
of
it was
thing,
kind of like I was more snappy.
Yeah.
And people would say like, you're ragey. I'm like, I'm not ragey, dude. Because if I was ragey, you would see holes on the wall.
Yeah.
I would have punched something. I would have broken something. I think that's the rage.
Yeah.
That's when
you were just short-tempered.
Yeah, but I mean, not so much either because like I wasn't arguing with people. Or I wasn't throwing tantrums. It was just like I said, like what?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was just hyper aware of people's.
You were annoyed easily.
Yes.
Yeah, I get you.
And it was like I hear the stupidity. I could hear their tone. I could hear their like how they're being shitty. And I was like, huh? Nah, you're not gonna talk to me like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much what it was.
Okay.
But I mean, besides that, it was a great feeling though.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
So it's just energy that you just get and stuff. That's crazy.
And I'm telling you, bro, from like 1 month, like 2 months, you could see the difference.
Yeah.
Like I was swole already, getting big, pushing bigger weights, and I had guys at the gym like, man, what are you on? What are you taking? I'm like, steroids. Like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
What do you mean? There was guys that were like fucking real big. I'm like, what are you taking? Salads and protein and creatine. I was like, fuck you, you're a fucking liar. Your muscle has muscle on top of your muscle.
It's like, what the hell?
Man, you're eating bolts and screws, you motherfucker. Like, you lie. That's bullshit.
Yeah, cyborg, bro.
Yeah,
Half
like
cyborg.
you can tell, bro.
Yeah.
Like you see the back knee. That's not your skin, sir. That's steroids coming out of your body.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's I think a lot of people misunderstand the effects of steroids. There's a stereotype where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're taking steroids, you're just gonna look buffer and be more mad.
Mhm.
But like, people haven't really actually taken the time to understand like the actual effects, like
Yeah.
like how serious it is.
Well,
you
because
know?
there's the after effects too. You can get gynecomastia. That's
I don't even know
fucking
what that
scary.
is.
Gynecomastia is when you get man boobs
Mm,
and legit man boobs. Like
you don't want that.
you don't just get
No.
like pec. No, like you get your
Oh damn!
they become boobs. Like you grow, your estrogen grows more over your testosterone, so you get boobs. Like your nipples kind of like start.
That's crazy.
The whole thing, the tissue starts breaking down, and you like they get. I'm doing this too much. I'm sorry, guys.
Got censor, got blurred out.
I'm gonna have to blur it out.
This is a Christian podcast,
Damn
Fred.
But no, so yeah, you get gynecomastia. Your pecs turn into boobs. You do get emotional. You will start crying for no fucking reason. Like it's crazy, bro. If you're not careful with the post,
Yeah.
you will go crazy. Like in the sense of like you will be emotional. You maybe the rage does happen then, but I know you'll get emotional. You get the fucking steroid acne, the gynecomastia. Your sex drive drops. So
That's
much stuff
crazy.
because you got to think about it this way: your testosterone levels here.
Mhm.
You add testosterone to your body, it shoots up.
Mhm.
Once you stop taking testosterone, it's not gonna stay up here.
It's decline.
It declines to where it's at.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
But
saying?
that decline process, like, is that what messes you up?
Well, the thing is though, is because also you gotta understand your body's gonna stop producing testosterone because you just put in testosterone. So you're going from here, you go up.
yeah.
Your body's like, appreciate it. I ain't gotta work no more.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then it goes down.
Mhm.
And then it's like, your body's like, whoa, bring it back up. And then it's like,
It just keeps going.
you start crying and doing all this shit because your body,
Wow, man.
your
That's
body does
crazy.
not know how to bring it back up on its own. It's gonna
Yeah.
take its time to kickstart it, and also your estrogen starts going up.
That's a war.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the man tits, the emotional, like it's pretty much like if you're on your period. Like you're like, oh, everything. You're like angry, you're sad, you're hungry. It's all the shit that's
Yeah.
going on. And I mean, that's what I have seen. I don't know. I'm not a fucking medical doctor. I don't know these things.
Like,
I'm
that's
not
what I
correct.
experienced, and that's what I seen.
I did not experience that because I have regular pecs, so there no gynecomastia here. Proud of my titties.
the perfect titties. Nah, but I think that's cool, man. That's crazy. I'm a very curious person, bro. Not that I'm gonna go try it, but like I'm just very curious on understanding that
Yeah.
world, bro. Like it's crazy. Like people just dive into that super quick.
Well, you're way young, dude. You're
25.
You're 25, bro. Like shit. I got
25. However you say that in Spanish.
25.
Yeah, something like that.
I got 11 years on you, bro. So
You really? You're 36?
Yes.
Dang,
36.
yo.
So, like I said, I dabbled into steroids when I was 28, 29, which is very young.
So you're saying I still got time?
Yeah, bro. I mean,
still got time, guys.
you can still do it now. But you're young, so you're still like you got that drive, you got the
Yeah,
testosterone
bro.
still going in you, so you don't need it really. All you need to do is just start doing cardio, change what you eat, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, bro. I've been on a little diet journey lately. But what I was gonna say was I mean when it comes to like being in tune, being more I mean like in tune with your emotions and stuff like that. Like it's good, bro. Like I think you were at a time where the world is very unfair. That's just what it is, bro. It even says it in the Bible. The world is unfair. Like that's what's gonna happen. But because the world is unfair. The world is unfair because we are unconscious. We are not
Yeah.
aware. So it's just that we're not aware of like the true wrongs, true rights, how our words do have an effect on our lives and individuals. So whenever it does come to having that moment of clarity of finally being able to speak through your emotions, it feels so good because it's like you just woke up. Like you just woke up from this deep sleep. And a lot of people like that whole masculine energy, feminine energy, like all that stuff is like, those are scientific terms that ended up becoming cultural. And they only became cultural not for a positive reason, but for like a response back. You know, like I can understand like women want to build their masculinity so that they can take care of themselves. Like mothers are amazing, bro. Like a good mother is amazing. Like a great mother is some women don't deserve to be mothers, but like a good mother, they have superpowers, bro. It's like they can tap into their masculine energy if they need to, you know, build a safe environment for their child or for their family. And they can tap into their feminine energy if they need to, you know, just be a mother, you know, be nurturing and, you know, be like sensitive and understanding and stuff.
Women in general are amazing, bro.
Women are just like,
shout out to that, because the fact that you yourself can hold and create a baby and
crazy, bro.
food for said baby, and
it's crazy.
The cycle that you're able to do, and withstand that pain level, that threshold, bro.
Man.
Because I don't know, that's having a fucking baby or creating a baby coming out of you is ridiculous.
That is, I believe God, women are God's wisdom. Or God's whispers. That's how I can say it. Like, yeah, because it's like having a good woman, bro, by your side.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, it changes your whole life. It changes the direction of your life like crazy. Like us men, and I can understand because I was going to revisit back to what you were saying. Us men, like we understand that the world is unfair, and we understand that we think logically about things. We don't really think emotionally about things because that's not the cultural correct way to live. So we are just naturally born into a culture where you just like, nah, bro, you fell, like get up, like wash that off, like keep going and stuff like that. Like, but that's very dangerous because and during those times the crime rates were higher. The prisons were more fuller. Like it's still like it's kind of bad, but like during those times, like danger was more alive, you know. And so nowadays, tapping into your emotions and being able to say, I think being able to speak what you feel is very powerful.
Oh, yeah.
It is very powerful, bro, because true wisdom comes through true self-awareness. And in order for you to have true self-awareness, you need to have a moment where you can reflect, and that's character development, bro. And that's something that I had to learn too, and I'm very grateful to God that I learned that at a young age through the women in my life, you know, like like my family, you know, my center points, my girl, my best friend, my family, my sisters, you know. I learned character development through them because at the end of the day, men, no matter what type of man you are, whatever like that, whatever you got going on in life, what you don't got, what you do got, you're a leader. You're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to lead your life as planned by God, and then God blesses you with a woman to be able to speak wisdom into your destination. So it's just like we help each other out, bro, you know? And so with men that are not really in tune with their emotions, or they think it's like, that's little girl stuff, like, then you're not wise, bro. Like you're not wise. You're on survival mode. Like, and it's like true wisdom just comes through true self-awareness. And that's what I believed. And the character development process is a pain, bro. It sucks.
It is 100%.
It sucks, bro. But when you go through it, and when you get through it, and when you look back, it's like the most beneficial thing you can ever do, bro.
And to tell you is that you're not done.
Yeah,
with your character development,
bro. Every single year, bro, it's just like there's like I get through 1 year, I'm like, okay, that was crazy. I just learned that. I let go of that. I stopped that, and then I get into a new year, and it's like it feels like I don't have progress, but it's because it's a different side of me that I'm understanding.
Yeah.
But all it really is, bro, is just you character development is just understanding yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So
like that's what I was going to ask you right now, because for me, my story is a little bit different, and my character development for my life, because I became a dad at 18.
Yeah.
So my character development was a little bit off because I was a dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At 18, I wasn't even 21 years old yet. So it was just like me becoming this person who I'm still trying to become who I need to be, which is a father, a working man, and a husband at the time. So it's just like, holy crap, like there's so much to do, and I'm still learning because I'm a fucking child.
Yeah.
It is what
Basically,
it is. 18 years old, you're a child,
20s,
bro.
you're a teenager.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, holy crap, and I created a life. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I mean, shit, my son just got his license.
I saw that, bro.
Yesterday.
Congratulations,
Shout
bro.
out to you, Jeremiah, for getting your license.
Jeremiah,
bro.
that's his name?
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeremiah, bro.
Yeah.
Congratulations, bro.
And what's crazy is that a lot of people say, oh, Jeremiah, biblical. I was like, yeah. I was like, honestly, but it's funny how I got his name.
How did you get his name?
I got his name from the Bible, but not because I was like, oh, I love this verse from the book of Jeremiah.
Yeah.
You know, no. I was just like, you know what? I'm getting annoyed with trying to get this name.
You just pulled it from the book?
I put the Bible and I went like this, and it opened to the first page of the book of Jeremiah, and I was like, that's his name.
God named your child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%, bro. And I'm big on initials. So
Initials, yeah.
both my kids have the initials J-E-T. Jet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
So
bro.
my mom was like, Elijah. And I was like, I like it, but I'm going to feel bad for him in kindergarten.
Why?
Jeremiah Elijah?
Oh, like he can't put it
That's
together?
a long name to spell.
It's a tongue twister if you can't even speak right.
So
yeah.
I was like, I like the E though.
Yeah.
Because Jet, I was like, I just thought sports nicknames, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was like, J-E-T. I was like, Elijah's great, but I was like, Eli. I was like, Eli's a good name too.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
cool.
it's great.
It's easy to say.
Yeah, so he would always get mad at me because like all the coaches and the older gentlemen teachers, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. They sing that shit to me like, Dad. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man.
You start singing it to him too.
Yeah, it's a great
you might
name.
as well learn the song, man.
Yeah, but yeah, dude. So like to say my character development, all that stuff was crazy, bro. And like you're 25 doing all these great things.
Thank you, bro.
And it's awesome, and to see like how you saying like each year's a different version of yourself, and you're growing and you're growing, knowing that you're like, damn, like I can see last year, and last year was this. I've overcame this, and I've learned this.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking to this year, and I'm going full speed, and I know if there's something that comes my way, I know how to handle this.
Yeah.
And if there's something that I don't know how to handle, well, I'm gonna learn how to handle it.
Yeah, you're more willing. I think a lot of people are not willing to actually, because character development is there on you every day. You know, you go through character, you get a chance to experience character development through certain situations, and basically, if you were to repeat the same habit through those situations, then you're not really character development. Like you're just asleep. So yeah, you're on autopilot, and basically, I think when that happened, when I took that course, first of all, bro, you got to understand what character development. I didn't even know what that was until this year. Like when I was going through this process, bro, and I'm just thinking, this is life. Life is just lifing. That's just that's what's going on. Jesus is Jesusing right now. Like so, like that's what I was thinking, and I was more mad about that. But then I think when it got to the end of the year, and when I had a moment to actually sit back and actually be around the people, like my support system and the people that I love, and the people that stuck with me through it all, and took the hits, and you know, and got through the arguments with me. Like when I actually just sat there, bro, and everybody that was in that room with me experienced an ugly part of me through a certain moment, and they were still there, and I was just like, I can't disappoint. Like I gotta make sure I know myself now, and so I took that as like, okay, I went through that. That was my character development. I'm still going through that. I'm still growing. But now I'm trying to understand my identity. I'm trying to understand perspective, bro, because you can never be too old to still keep learning, bro. And your ego only keeps you dumb. Yep. So that's where I think. And I'm just learning to be a student.
So on what you just said right there, like learning to like what fuck, you just said my ADHD just went all over the place. Your ego keeps you dumb.
Yeah, your ego keeps you dumb, bro.
The thing is, like with that is like, I've always been, like I said, macho type of person.
Yeah.
And I believe something, I don't give a fuck what you said. Like, I'm right. Yeah. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Not knowing, for me, making this podcast broke that shit for me. Because I'm the type of person that I'm down to debate you. Let's debate.
I love that, bro. Yeah,
I'll like debate the fuck out of you, but you're not going to change my mind because I'm right.
Yeah.
But now doing this, and being fact checked and like, no, you're fucking wrong, bro. Like, look, like it's literally here, like you can get this book and I'll show you or whatever. And it's just like, holy shit. Like I've been humbled, you know what I mean? So it's like learning that and accepting defeat, or not even defeat, accepting information, accepting the wisdom from somebody else that they're teaching you, and accepting being wrong. And that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like you said, the ego keeps you dumb.
Yeah, bro. That's what it is. And nowadays, this world has eyes that can look, but they don't got eyes that can see. So it's just more of like we have eyes in our head that can help us look, but we got eyes in our heart that people are ignoring.
Yep.
That actually help you to see, because what you have in your heart, bro, is what your perspective is. So it's just more of like your main focus becomes your reality. And what do we do as humans, as just us? Our natural thing is just we focus on what's here all the time. You can be cold-hearted. You're still focusing on that because you're cold. You're a cold person. So it's just like when you start looking through your heart, bro, life just looks different. It's equivalent to when you have a child. I don't have a child yet. So it's just more of like, when you look at your child, you look through your heart. Yeah, you get frustrated. Hey, man, clean up your room. But that's your heart, bro. You know, and so what I also believe is that love is the act of service in all ways. Love is patient. Love is kind. 1 Corinthians chapter, I think it's 13, verse 4 through 5. You know, that's what I can remember, but because it was just Valentine's Day, so I meant to but like, love is kind. That's still an act of service. You being kind to somebody, you're making their day. You're brightening their day by you just being kind to somebody in whatever way you do it. Love is patient. You're taking the time to resist your anger and annoyedness and stuff, and be like, what? Like you're being patient with this individual. So I believe that we were put here to service each other. And when we follow that path and when we follow that purpose, life becomes abundant. We start receiving more.
100%.
We start receiving more. And that's why it's like, it's very common or typical whenever you see like somebody giving out money to people and stuff like that, and they're just consistently receiving money. Yeah. Now, where it comes to a halt is where your intention is.
Yeah.
Where your intention is, because I think a lot of people, they move differently nowadays, and having that discernment is weird. Like,
well, yeah, it's because like I see that and it annoys me, bro, because there's always a camera.
There you go. Yeah. Your intention is, like, I think I've had moments where it's been me and my girl will go and like, I think just recently I'm not even trying to put this just for the kudos, but just me and my girl, we saw this homeless guy. And God spoke to my girl, and basically we was just like, help him out, get him some stuff. We went into Walmart real quick to get our personal belongings, personal things, and we just bought this guy like lunch and dinner just for that day. Dropped it off to him and went away. Didn't really pay much of it. It wasn't even like, oh, so we can receive. It was more of like, bro, like,
let me bless you.
Yeah, let me bless you, bro, because God blessed us. So it was just returning the favor back to God, because when you're kind to strangers, if you're God, I'm God. We all got God inside of us.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that like, oh, I am the God. Like, you got to praise me. But like, God placed his breath in us, and which made us come to life. So it's just more of like, when you're nice to a stranger, you're being nice to God. Yeah. You're being nice to Jesus. And so it's just more of like continuing that factor, that rhythm of life, bro. It's just, you don't even got to like work super hard. Like, things are just going to come to you.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. But because you are following your purpose, you're servicing others. That's what I firmly believe. If I'm trying to get down to like what purpose is, bro, I believe that our purpose, all of us individually, we're put here to service each other. Yeah. I'm learning something from you right now. You're learning something from me. Yeah. And this is just a conversation that we're having. We can both be out on the road. We could be both doing something, but we're helping each other out right now in whatever 100. Way and fashion.
Yeah.
And that brings abundance. And so, yeah, bro, I think it's just with people's intentions and having a camera right there while they're just trying to like, that's weird. It's gross.
Yeah, it is gross. Yeah. And like to talk about like that, like, I mean, I've had moments where I've had people come up to me and ask like for money and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh man, I don't have any,
Yeah.
It's just, to me, it doesn't feel right. And then they're like, well, you can cash at me. And I'm like,
yeah, I'm like, oh man, you modern with it.
No. You pulled out an iPhone, sir. Yeah. I'm not doing that. I was like, but I pray for you. I always throw that out there, and I'm not a big prayer. I won't do. But if I were to ever get put how can I put in my place of like, all right, cool, pray for me. Then I would do it. You know what I mean? I feel like I can pray, but I just don't like to pray out loud or to people. Or,
it's a little uncomfortable. Yeah. Really,
yes.
Like if we're being honest, it can be uncomfortable because you are open to judgment now.
Yeah. So it's a little weird, but it's because you can tell when someone's needing help and when you can tell when someone's just trying to get an extra $5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can tell because I mean, you're going to go to the store, then you're going to see like, oh, hey, here, you know, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And you just jacked me for $5, bro.
Like you just walked across the street to Junior's. Like,
yeah.
like,
So
what?
it's a little annoying. So I kind of like, I'm always a little negative Nancy when it comes to things like that. Yeah. But I'll always drop like, hey, God bless you, man. I'll pray for you. Or you need a prayer? No? Okay, cool. Because I've offered food.
Yeah.
I've offered a meal. Nah, I don't want that. Like, why? You want beer?
Yeah.
Like, no, man, like, get up. Like, let me help you. Like, let me get you food. Like, let me get you a meal.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, I'd rather help you get you nourished.
Yeah.
Versus you catch a buzz and be just stayed there.
Still stuck in the same. You're trying to get them out of the hole, bro.
Yeah, man. So, and like, I've been told, like, well, who are you to do that to them? Like, just give them the money so they can get their buzz on. Like, yeah. But why? When they can do something better? Like, what if that meal is that one meal that's gonna be like, damn, he didn't have to get me that meal.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, let me switch something up. Maybe let me do something different. Mm-hmm. Maybe that. But no. Okay. Well, that's that. I don't know. It's weird. But seeing people record themselves do that shit or have a team is mad awkward. Is mad disgusting.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You shouldn't do it for the clout, man. If you're gonna go out and buy $1,000 worth of fucking Doritos, $1,000 worth of Subway or whatever, and you're gonna go hand them out, do it.
Yeah.
But to have a team,
human being,
you know what? Have someone not knowingly record you. That's different. Mm-hmm. Like, oh look, these guys are feeding the homeless. Like, nice. Let me post it.
Yeah, that's whole different. Yeah.
But you have a whole team with fucking GoPros on their head and like the cameras on their chest, and it's like
the lighting crew.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a little
the little mic.
Yeah, fucking boom. They're like,
can you say thank you a little louder?
Can we do this one more time? Get the food. Bring it back.
Everybody back to your places.
Yeah. I saw you walking down 281, sir, and you looked a little hungry, so here you go. What the fuck? Like, no, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Little brown paper bag, all squished, grease on the bottom. Like, nah, man. I think intention is very important. With what you do, and like, because you can do something good, but you may have bad intention, and it's not gonna benefit you. It's not gonna. It's not gonna do good. Like, all it's gonna do is just make the world more unfair than it already is. And so I think intention, like when you want to move through a goal, if you have a specific goal, bro, I think moving with intention, perspective, and focus. Those three things. Have the intention. Moving with intention is to move strategically, move calculated. Have a calculated strategic plan to move to that opportunity to make sure it benefits you at the end. To move with perspective is to keep a third perspective level of understanding of your life and your path. When you're looking outside in, it makes it so much easier to understand. Yeah. And then focus is preciseness. Making sure that you are precise with when you basically put your best foot forward at all times. So whenever it comes to, like, let's say, for example, as simple as just feeding the homeless, bro, let's go down the list. Where's your intention? Where's your perspective? And where's your focus in this? As soon as you get to intention, if it's bad, bro, then everything else is just going to be horrible. Like, your perspective of this is horrible. Your perspective is only just to benefit you, and your focus is like there because the production is there. But it's like it's not rooted correctly. Like, it's ugly. So I've seen people do that. I've heard about that. I'm a real big on like, if you're just doing something good, you don't got to broadcast it. Just leave it alone. And it's not that even I was trying to come on here and try to broadcast that. It was just more of like, people do good, bro. People do good. And as long as your intention is there, as long as your positive intention is there, then no matter what happens at the end of it, it's just you did your thing. You did good. Yeah. You did an act of service. You lived within your purpose. So now life will be much more clearer for you. Yeah. Not easier, but much more clearer.
Yeah.
And so that's where...
And which makes it easier.
Yeah, which makes it easier. Yeah, clarity is a superpower, bro.
100%, bro. Like, I mean, I used to be the type of person would always be upset with, like, man, this motherfucker is a piece of shit, yet he has everything.
Yeah, I used to be like that too. So I catch my moments, dude. I'll have my moments.
And I struggle
Yeah.
And I'm fighting and clawing and trying to make it good, and I have to struggle. Why?
Mhm.
Like, why me? Like, why? Like, there used to be that whole victimization type of shit.
Yeah.
But once you stop being a fucking victim and you, like you said, put your best foot forward and you know what you got to do to get what you need to get,
Yeah.
and you move with precision. Like, you're right, 100%. And it's fucking awesome to hear. I mean, I know I got a couple years on you, but to hear you, a young man, bro, like you're young, dude, and you have a whole life ahead of you, and you got your head on straight, bro.
Thank you,
and
bro.
like that's really
That means a
good.
lot. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's awesome to see and hear, man. So like I'm like, big ups, proud of you, man. It's really good. Like, I know you got nothing but great things ahead of you, and the day that you decide to bring in a life into this world, I know you're gonna do great things. You're gonna be a great
Thank you, bro.
father. Like, your mindset is right, bro. So I think you're good.
Thank you, bro. That
I think
means a
you're
lot.
really good. So like, to see another little, it sounds weird to say it, but a sexy Troy.
Another sex.
a little sexy Troy.
Man, that little boy or girl is gonna be there. I hope they don't got my teeth, bro. Like, it's just, I got an overbite. Like, I hope they don't got my teeth and my eyebrows. Like, it's just, I'll call it where it is, bro. Like, so,
Yeah.
but nah, I'm pretty. I thank you, bro. I mean, like, I can see your fruits. So like,
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking this way, like, I could see like your home, bro. You got a beautiful home. You got a
Appreciate
beautiful
it.
family, bro.
Thank
You know,
you.
like, and of course, there's always dark corners to each one,
Mhm.
everyone's life, and so it's just more of like, but the fact that you don't stay in them, and the
Yeah.
fact that you continue to clean them up and dust them up, and you just continue to work on yourself, bro, and it shows. And you put in that hard work and doing what you do, like on an everyday basis to provide for your family. It's not easy.
Yeah.
I could tell you right now, bro, for me being my age and not having, I have responsibilities, but not having the responsibilities that you have,
Mhm.
like, even right now, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't do it. Like, I wouldn't do what you do. Like, the not the podcast, but the specific trade that you're in.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it because it's like, I can't be away from home. Like,
It's
so,
tough, bro. I just had
yeah.
a conversation with a buddy of mine, 'cause it's also over the road truck driver, and he's like, bro, I left, man, and I couldn't stop crying, man. Like, my daughter was just like, no, don't leave, and
Yeah.
it's just like, I know. I remember that feeling when I'd go to the refineries. My youngest would be like, Daddy, no, don't go.
You've
Daddy.
always been out there then.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. Like, not all the time. I was there for my kids from young age, because I worked at FedEx and for the school district. But the times that I started working out and like out in the fields, dude, like in the refineries, I made good money. And coming back home to making shit money, it was like, I can't do this. I got to do something else.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I get you.
Like, I'm already, my mindset is I'm making this much money a week.
Yeah.
To come back to cut that in half a week,
Yeah.
I can't.
You weren't meeting your expectation. That you
No,
made for
dude,
yourself.
for making $1,500 a week to come down to make like $600-700 a week, like, what?
That's crazy.
Like, I need to make this $1,500 a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like, you know what?
You got a $1,500 a week lifestyle. Like,
Yeah, that's the other thing
that's
too.
what it
Yeah,
is.
Christmas was bonkers,
Oh,
dude. I was
man.
like, you get this, you get that, you get this. I was like, Oprah, you get a car.
But it's such a good feeling, though.
Oh yeah, bro. See,
it's such a good feeling.
but
Yeah.
it is a great feeling. But then that's when I was like, okay, y'all spoiled.
Yeah. Y'all better be grateful.
Let's bring it back down.
Y'all
Just let
getting
you know
socks
that
next year.
Yeah, just let you know it can go away if you don't play your cards right. Because that's
Yeah.
just reality, bro. Like,
Yeah.
look at rich and famous people, bro. Because they're up here at the top.
Mhm.
They have everything, and one bad thing, one bad accident or something, they lose everything.
It's harder being on the top.
It is.
Yeah.
It's tough, bro. Because when you got nothing to lose, that's why a lot of people are reckless. They don't give a fuck. They got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
But when you're up here and you got everything to lose, your house, your family, life, everything, you come down back here, that's it. You're fucked.
I think what's also important is that you need to acknowledge how you even got there. I think
Mhm.
when we're traveling through these journeys of our goals, that, like, goals are journeys. So when we travel through that journey,
Mhm.
there's specific things that we need to carry with us and that we
Yeah.
develop over time. But when you get to that destination, there's three things that are very important to remember. It's the why, how, and who. So
Mhm.
it's this: why are you doing this? What's the main purpose to it? What's your message? What, and how did you even get here? So
Yeah.
that how is super important when you're at the top, because if you just built your empire off of you, off of your understanding, off of your resource, that's gonna crumble.
Yeah.
That is gonna crumble because you decided not to depend on a higher powers, providing for you. And at the end of the day, you could only do so much.
Yeah.
You're only strong enough to build your empire for a certain amount of time, and then eventually you get tired. You end up going through human life.
Yeah.
So it's just more of like, if you want a strong foundation, then it's more of like surrender it. Surrender it and allow for everybody and all the resources that God will bless you with to build it. So it's more of like, you could be sitting there and trying to build your own home, trying to build your home, like basically your whole entire home. You could do it by yourself. Nobody's saying you can't. If you have the knowledge, do it. It's going to take you longer.
Yeah.
But you also have more of a risk, because what if you're not even strong enough to even screw those bolts in that you need, to keep the foundation stable enough. So it's just more of like allowing God first and foremost to take control over it, then he'll bless you.
Like the saying goes, let go,
let God. I got that. That was my first tattoo.
That's what's up.
But the whole purpose of that was because of a different reason. But nah, man. Like, I think, let go and let God, man. That's how I see it. Yep. So you can be up here, bro, and if you only got there through your own wits and strength, then you have to prepare for that fall.
Yeah.
So, and even if you got there with God, if God brings you down, he's bringing you down for a reason.
For a reason.
Yeah, for a reason. What if you would have gotten what if your lifestyle would have taken you down a route where you would have completely crumbled and crashed and been worse than when you even started off?
Yeah.
There's always a reason. That's how I see it.
So let me. You want to hear something crazy?
I always want to hear something crazy.
It's an hour.
Hey,
bro, I just thought this was like 20 minutes right now.
Nah, you're cool. You're
that's
cool.
Crazy.
Hey, bro, I felt like it was 20 minutes.
Right?
Babe, but that's good conversation.
Good convo. This is the type of shit that I like.
Sliding the DMs.
No editing, no nothing. Just fucking. No, but what I was going to say is that Sexy Troy now versus Shithead Troy from back in the day.
Yeah, it's about last year's shithead Troy. Yeah, I could say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about like last year's shithead, bro. I was talking about like youngin, like little what they call YN. YN Troy. You know what I mean? If you can see yourself now and then, what can you say is different and the biggest growth? And like, how can you like say like, man, I have come a long way. Like there is a huge magnitude difference, in myself.
Like the understanding of okay, I think it's just more of outside looking in, just me. I'm more calmer. I feel like I'm a little bit more calmer. I used to be very snappy too. I used to be very I used to like fight a lot, bro. Nah, I wasn't on steroids, but I would get in fights. I would argue. I was always in the need to be in control. I always needed to be in control of my environment, of my relationship, of my friendships, of my family. I needed to be in control, but because I came from a childhood where I didn't have no control. So it's more of like I went into my adulthood being like, screw that. I'm not going to let anybody treat me or make me feel the way that I did when I was growing up. And I'm just going to do my own thing. So I lived through the world's understanding and through the world's resources, which took me down a really bad route. But then God blessed me, and which made me confused. He blessed me with my girl. He blessed me with my best friend. And like, I also like got blessed with everybody else that came into my life. So being able to look back, I'm more calmer now. I'm more like aware. I wouldn't call myself wise. It's just more of like I'm more aware.
No, but you can't say wise though, because I've met people younger than me, bro.
Oh yeah,
who are wise beyond their fucking time, dude. Yeah. And I'm like, hold up, how old are you? I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, bro, you putting me on game. Yeah. And like, I've been in this world longer than you. What are you? Like, who are you? You've been reincarnated from somebody. And you're like, right. You know what I mean? Like, bring it back. That's
Cat Williams.
Yeah, exactly. So it's weird, bro. And like, to hear you say this, and like I said, you're up here. You know what I mean? Like the growth that you've had, like what you're saying it's amazing. And I guess the main question is like, if you could turn to your left right now and see YN Troy, what would be the message, or what would you be able to tell yourself from you now to YN Troy?
I would probably tell that little idiot. I would probably tell him, I'm like, look, bro, just be calmer. Like, just like be more. If you want to be wise and you want to be in control, learn to be without control.
Yeah.
Learn to be the dumbest one in the room and be willing to learn, and don't let your ego keep you dumb. And that I was a very egotistic person too. Like any young guy, like I look at these young people, bro, like, and I'm young, but like if I look at like any relationship that my younger siblings are in, I'll look at their partner and I'm like, oh, you're just young. You're just young. Like I can't even trip up about that. Like you're just young. So I understand that like being young does also take you down the route where you're easily like bad, you know, but because you're learning. So yeah, I think I would just tell my younger self, just shut up, just shut up. Listen, listen. Like you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you speak. And so it's just more of like, listen, bro, and being in control is surrendering your control. And let go, let God, and God's always right, and keep an attitude of gratitude. That's what I would tell them. That little bunch. This is crazy, bro, because we both got ADHD, so
it goes all over the place.
It goes all over the place, but for the viewers, I hope you understand this.
Bro, I'm hearing what you're saying. I did understand every single bit of that. And I mean, I've been told a lot, shut the hell up, Fred. Like, you're not making any sense. I'm like, well, to me, it makes fucking sense.
Bro, that was a huge insecurity of mine when I started understanding that I have ADHD. And it's just like, and a lot of people are like, oh, don't self-diagnose, whatever, right? But I know I got it. Like, it's
bro, that OCD and all this other bullshit, it's fucking crazy, man. Like, I get real nervous when I'm in line to pay for something or getting change, and there's like a line behind me, and I'm like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
You have to make sure it comes out exact,
But I need the faces to be facing the same way.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want the face to be this way and the other one be this way. It drives me insane. I'm like, sorry, 1 second. I'm like, flip it.
Oh, man.
Flip it. And I'm like, okay, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Here you go. There's $300. And then there's sometimes that I meet people where they pull out the money they got to give me, and they're like, oh, fuck, hold on, sir. And I'm like, I understand.
Take your time.
I understand. Go ahead with your time, and just because I want you to give me my money facing the correct way. I'm happy. It's a great day. Like, it's a sign. It's just good vibe and karma now. Like, I'm happy. I don't have to do this in my truck. I'm like, oh shit, because there's times when I put fuel, I get money back, and I get a big amount, like $700, $800, $900. You know what I mean? So either they're giving me hundreds and 20s. You know what I mean? And sometimes there's amazing people out there that they'll give me all bills facing the same way, the right way, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so great.
Do you stack your money like from 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s?
Yeah.
I do that. Even when I deposit into the ATM.
Oh, 100%. So it goes the hundreds, like it all goes in order.
Yeah.
The ones are the last ones on this way, but they all have to be the same way.
I feel you, bro.
I feel you.
I feel you 100%.
If you do a money spread, or you just put them all separate bills like this, they're all looking the same way, facing up, but this way. It drives me crazy when I find one that's the other way. I'm like, no. Like,
or it's like a little bent from the corner. And
that shit gotta like me off too, man.
Nah, bro. I guess I'm with you on that. And I think with the ADHD thing too, bro, it's just like I've learned. I didn't really know the traits of it until I started paying attention to the people that live with me, you know, or the people that I've lived with. You know, my best friend, I've lived with her for a while, you know, and then with my girlfriend, I've lived with her for a good minute too. So it's like they would point out like, man, you leave unfinished Coke cans everywhere. That's a thing. Like, you just don't ever finish. You just continue to like, and everything has to be in a specific spot, specific order. And then it eventually started being like, I don't want to look childish. So I started growing through it, you know, working on it. One thing where I am at right now with it is I did hit a little like downfall with it, and I was kind of getting worried, because I've learned that you may not have ADHD when you're a kid, but it does wake up when you're an adult. If you've had it in you, you got it. You know, so you got the tism, you got the tism. So it's just like,
tizzy.
You got the tizzy. You got the tism, you got the tism. It's going to wake up someday. So, but it woke up in my adulthood, and I was afraid it was getting worse because with ADHD you also have a bad memory and you're unable to focus on one thing. You're able to focus. ADHD is also it becomes a superpower when you focus on what you like. You hyper focus, and so. But you're unable to focus on one specific thing, and it started getting worse, where it started becoming a problem for me in work. It started becoming a problem for me in my relationship and my friendships. It started becoming a problem where I just wasn't present. And the biggest thing that I learned, bro, was one, being grateful. Being grateful. When you're grateful for the person that is around you, you learn to just pay attention. You learn to focus to them. Like when you're grateful for your home and everything, it keeps you present. So being grateful keeps you present. But the other thing, the most important thing that I learned is writing everything down. Write down your thoughts. Bro, I have, I don't like writing on paper. It's just not my thing. But I have a folder in my phone where it's just daily thoughts. And it's just literally like 220, you know, and just writing, like typing out everything I feel, everything I think. And then I look back at it, and it's just, that's where self-awareness and everything comes from. But that's also been a very good workout for my ADHD because it helps me stay present. It helps me stay focused when I need to. So if you're out there, if people are out there with ADHD, even though it's something to laugh at, I laugh at it, but the seriousness of it will become a problem if you don't know how to exercise it right. You know, it'll become a weight on you unless if you know how to exercise it right. So basically just journal down all your thoughts. It can be crazy. It can be anything. Journal down your thoughts and reflect and look over them. And then you just keep on moving forward.
You see, I be getting mad at myself for that stuff because I'm a truck driver. So I'm driving for a stretch of time. Sometimes I will forget and I want to write it down. So there's times where I'm like, all right, I'm going to get Troy. Okay. Ask him this question. We'll start with this one. We can go this one in the middle. This question's going to like prolong 10 minutes answers. And then I'm going to jump in. So that's another 10 minutes. But that's in my mind. I'm driving. I can't do that. You know what I mean? But so then I pull over and my mind, I was like, I'll do it when I pull over.
Yeah.
Then I'm like,
forget.
I'm just like, go inside, go do what I got to do, go to the restroom, put fuel, let's go. And then I'm like, fuck. Damn it, I forgot to write it. Dude, you know what I mean? So I would just end up forgetting, dude. And like realizing that like getting ADHD or like self-diagnosing and all that stuff like that, because I've never been diagnosed with ADHD or OCD. I just know I have the shit because
you just know it.
Yeah, it bugs the fuck. Like I already know. Like when I come in, if this is moved from this, because I have it lined up right here like this, right?
Yeah.
I did move it earlier because I was in here moving stuff around, and that one, you know, I moved everything. But the thing is, like, I know when someone's in here. Fucking with my
touched
shit.
My drum set.
Yeah.
I love
Johnsy
that movie,
Riley is hilarious. And like this, I have it a certain way. That one, I have everything a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's how I want it and how it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And do it the way I do it. Because if you're not going to do it the way I do it, it's wrong.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I get you.
And like, I have my little OCD rituals in the truck before I get on, before I get off, where I put fuel, before I do this, before I do that. And it's just it's getting into your rhythm and it's your OCD rhythm. And it's weird. And then if it doesn't go right,
or bad day. Yeah. Bad day. It's like you're on roids all over again.
People don't understand that, bro. Is if it's like, hold on, wait, let me go do this or something. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't get it, bro. But that's just what it is. It's how it goes. But I mean, shit, that's crazy. I love this. This is like good vibes kind of episode / ADHD.
Everything, bro.
Because we both went on rants where we like went here and we went here and we went there. Up there in the back.
The little ghost in my head had to be like, hey, you're on camera. Like, just look presentable.
I don't know, but I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes like right now, like earlier when we're in the conversation, is that I'm looking at you, I'm hearing you. But
and it just goes into like, bro.
And then I'm like, hey, get back. Because you're about to have to start talking. Then you're going to be like, what were we talking about?
Bro, I'm like that too. But I have, if I hit that moment, because it happens to me a lot, bro. And it happens to me with the people that like I'm around most of the time. And I feel so bad because I don't want them to ever think that I'm not paying attention to them. It's just your brain just it just drifts, bro. Like it doesn't like, you can't control it. Like I think, for example, like for me, what I'm doing right now, but basically for me, when I wake up, instant flood of just thoughts and just worries and things you got to do and things you're thinking of, and it just happens, and then you spend your whole day organizing your thoughts that you woke up with.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, basically that's where my mind goes into. I feel bad. I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to like not hear what you're saying, but can you repeat that?
Yeah,
yeah. But everybody I love out there, like I pay attention. I listen. I hear you.
We do pay attention.
Yeah.
We do this. It's just that sometimes it's like we're like, I don't know what it is. If it's like a hypnosis type of deal, because you're looking and paying attention, but then it's like
staring. It's like when you're driving on the road and you just look at the road and you just.
How did I get home?
Yeah, like was that a red light or a green light?
Yeah, like what the hell? Oh my god,
this is a good conversation.
It's great. This is I'm probably gonna name this Good Vibes ADHD.
ADHD and Good Vibes.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be one of those. But I mean, shit, bro. I always have a great time with you guys, and this is the first time having you on here.
Yeah, bro, it's a blessing. I like this. I like doing it. This is I'm continuing a path where I am chasing my identity. Yeah, if I can be honest and vulnerable. But like I like that I started this with your podcast too. Like I think it was with shout out to Wave 3 TV and All Red Vision. That's what kicked off the inspiration and the drive to be like, oh, I like this. I like having these type of conversations. And I wanted to continue it. And Fred's house is where it's at, man. Fred's house is where you can do that at, man.
Appreciate
so shout out to Fred's house.
Hey, and big shout out to Popular Lon3r for putting me on their first PL session.
Yes.
If you haven't done so, go check it out. It's on Popular Lon3r it's on YouTube.
Not yet, but it will be everywhere. So it will be under Popular Lon3r. It will be under Freddie Honda's page. It will be under my page, and it's anywhere you can look at. So PL sessions.
Make sure you follow Popular Lon3r. Make sure you follow Troy on Sexy Troy at OnlyFans and Feed Finder and
just everything.
All these other ones. So make sure you follow
everything.
Oh my God. Okay, quick question. I'm gonna try this. This is like a new little thing.
Yeah.
Give the people your best advice that you can give to somebody.
I thought you were gonna make me freestyle.
I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna do that to you.
Man, the best advice I can give to everybody. The best advice is my most current advice. You can still be the full package and be delivered to the wrong address. So don't let your environment determine your value. God's the one that determines your value at the end of the day. And don't live your life through people's opinions when they don't even know the pressure of your seat that you sit in.
There you go.
That's what I can give.
Guys,
I forgot everything I said right now. But I will look back on that and I will write that down because that's a good TikTok.
It is. Yeah, it actually is. I'm going to clip that. Guys, make sure you follow Mr. Troy and Popular Lon3r. Make sure you follow the sponsors, Joe's Hat Co. Company on Instagram, Facebook, and on their website. Remember, use promo code Fred and get 5% off of everything in the store with a $35 minimum purchase and free shipping and handling. Also, Pineapple Ninjaz, the new sponsors. Give them a quick little shout out. Make sure you follow them. And Kickn Up Smoke. I just went ADHD blank. I thought about something else while I was talking. Horrible. But until then, guys, we'll catch you on the flip side. Make sure you tell your mom, your tia, your sister, your Sancha, everybody about the podcast. And until next time, guys, we'll catch you on the flippity flip side. Peace.
Later.
That we both put us through, that I'm